Whoa. That was amazing. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 2024 LLAPY Awards starring Sirach frickin' Lofton.
Yeah, right. Hello.
All right. We've got a whole bunch of people here for you, everybody. Look, artist, paintress, Jenny R. Johnson.
Hello, everyone.
Way out in Nova Scotia, by the way. You know Melissa Longo from The Seventh Rule, from Virtual TrekCon, sometimes Falling Tower. She's everywhere. Melissa Longo.
Hello. Lip logs and proper.
A guy that needs no introduction, but here's one. It's Popcorn Scott Baker.
My sidekick.
Hey.
Writer, producer. He loves horror. He loves sci-fi, obviously.
Oh.
We've got
Great to be here.
from the depths of technology and the internet, it's Joy Lee. The Matt Boardman, by the way, created that video you just saw. You know him from the Orville. He does VFX as well for Star Trek Discovery.
I like your tie, Matt.
Hey, thanks. I found it at the bottom of a laundry basket. I didn't know I had one.
Who's?
Nailed it.
Okay, look. Also, all the way from Duke University, he practically runs the place. He's also an occasional Star Trek science advisor. His name is Dr. Muhammad Noor.
Always a pleasure to be on Virtual TrekCon's LLAPY Award Show.
3-time Emmy nominee, 1-time winner, which means they got it wrong twice. It's meteorologist Katie Nicolau.
Hi, everyone.
All right, my name is Ryan T. Husk. Let's get the 2024 LLAPY Awards started, everybody. Everybody in the live chat, we see you. Hello. Let us know if you read us loud and clear. Looks like you do. Great. Thanks very much. I think we should just get started. Let's get this train rolling. This is nuts. Muhammad,
Yeah.
you want to get us started?
Sure. So as you saw in that little intro reel, which was epic, by the way, this is the biggest Star Trek award show by the fans for the fans. So just so you know what happened up to this point, we had 2 rounds of voting starting the end of 2023. We first had some primaries where anyone could write in anything. And then we had a final poll for our voyage home with thousands of replies. So we're very proud today to present you all with the winners. And they came in 4 broad categories. There were the Golden Globes. Those are just for fun category winners that were announced last night. If you didn't watch that, tune in there later. And tonight, we're thrilled to announce the winners across the other 3 broad categories. A legacy Star Trek, this is pre-2017. Current Star Trek, these are episodes that aired in 2023. And Star Trek Universe. It's basically spanning anything and everything Trek. And unlike other award shows, we basically worked in an opportunity for you to place no-cost bets on the winners. There was a follow-up poll that was posted, and everyone could guess who the winners would be. The great thing about it, it's kind of like gambling, except you don't lose anything. You just have the opportunity to win. So without further ado, back to our executive producer, Ryan T. Husk.
All right. Also, one more intro. You call her the walking exclamation point or Trekkie MD. It is Dr. Anne-Marie Siegel. We can't hear you, but we love...
It's 2024 LLAPYs.
All right. So for the first category today, everybody, we are super excited to bring somebody that is a part of already 3 Star Trek shows. She's she's the lead of Star Trek Lower Decks. She also stole the show in an episode of Strange New Worlds. She's currently working on Starfleet Academy as a writer. What? Tawny Newsome. Hello, Tawny. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you. What a lovely intro.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. This is really cool. Do you want to just get into the category?
I would love to. Yeah, thanks for having me. Okay, what an honor. First category. In the category of Legacy Loose End we'd most like to see resolved, the finalists are What Happened to the Conspiracy Aliens from TNG Season 1, Episode 24, Conspiracy, What Became of Bailey Who Stayed with Baylock from the original series, Season 1, Episode 10, The Corbine Maneuver, What happened to the Borg baby that disappeared mid-episode from Voyager, season 6, episode 16, Collective? I have that question as well. What happened to Thomas Riker after his appearance in DS9? That's from DS9, season 3, episode 9, The Defiant. What happened next with Dr. Gillian Taylor? Gillian? Weird. That's from The Voyage Home. Does Captain Sisko ever return from the wormhole? Deep Space Nine, season 7, episode 25, What You Leave Behind. What happened to Kai Opaka on the moon? DS9, season 1, episode 12, Battle Lines. What happened to Loss? Oh my god, I love this because this is my first time meeting JG, so I'm excited about this one anyway. That's from Deep Space Nine, season 7, episode 14. I never know how to say this. Chimera. Okay, well, what you guys said. And do I say the winner now?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. The winner is this would be what I would have voted for as well. Does Captain Sisko ever return from the wormhole? Oh.
Yeah.
How could anybody not vote for that one? Am I right?
I know.
Only if they've
Yeah.
decided in their
Yeah.
head what happened, and they must just be satisfied with that.
I voted for the Borg baby, so
All right. Well, Sirach, we were hoping you could give us some insights on whether you think, as the son of the emissary, will the Sisko ever return?
Oh, whew. Will the Cisco ever return?
Don't think about
I
it
don't
too
know.
much. Just say it.
I would say, did the Cisco really ever leave? And that would be like a different question. So,
Nice.
you don't know. So I would leave it there. But I know that
Nice.
we would like to see what happens with his story because he did leave us on a cliffhanger.
Yes.
Wow. That's great.
He never left me.
Oh.
Such
Wow.
a powerful character and so enigmatic.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think he's
Yeah.
coming back. I mean, certainly in comic books and novels and stuff like that. His
Absolutely.
story's definitely not over. Tawny, this is so cool. We really appreciate you coming and hanging out. I know you're like the busiest person in the world, and you've been amazing.
Thank you.
Yes.
No, thank you for having me. I love seeing everyone and kicking this off. What an honor. Thanks, Sirach, for asking me.
Thank you, Tony. You're amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Everybody at home, tell Tawny how much you love her.
Wow.
You hear all that? Wow. Look,
Dude,
Yes.
dude.
We love you. We love you. We love you, Tony.
Stop. It's loud. Okay. Guys,
it's deafening.
He's
All
irresistible.
right. You guys will never guess who's up next here.
Oh my god.
It's going to be really scary, in fact. It's General Martok
Whoa.
himself, Chancellor Martok, some might
Wow.
say. J.G. Hertzler.
The legend.
JG, it's so good having you.
I believe the exact title would be the only living Klingon Chancellor, as opposed to a writer, for instance.
I'm scared.
That's a threat. That's a threat, by the way.
What did you say, Doug?
Oh,
Wait, that's not
I'm scared of him.
Why is-
no, you make all the weapons, so you know what.
It is my honor to be frightened of you.
All right.
It's very honorable. I pay
What
you
Doug is trying to say, I
homage,
think,
tribute.
is that JG has the next category to announce. Is that right?
Yeah.
So, I shall begin. This may take. How long do we have, by the way?
Like,
Well, it's Sunday. It's Sunday. It's
Oh.
the weekend.
you got a couple minutes.
In the category of best power couple,
Oh,
the finalists are, after voluminous numbers of votes and thousands of people, it's boiled down to the very creme de la creme. The first couple is Rom and Lita.
well,
Mhm. And then there's Cassidy Yates and the Cisco Kid, otherwise known as Captain
Another one. Another one.
And then the three T's, T'Pol and Trip Tucker. And then Jadzia Dax and Worf. Now that's,
Oh, boy, that's another good
three
one.
people because, you know,
It is a good one.
That's three people.
He did say
And
he would
there's-
make it a threesome. Sorry. Keep going.
thank you for that. I appreciate that, yes. And there's
Okay.
Milana Torres and Tom Perry. Now, it's France and Spain getting together once more for the great meeting. They come together. Kira, Nerys, and Odo.
The tension there.
Oh my goodness.
And the final finalist would be, for the contestants, would be Deanna Troy and Will Riker. Will Riker, Riker could be on every list. Like 440.
Is that right?
Riker, that's
That is true.
annoying. Yeah.
He's got his own category.
Yes.
Really good.
All right. And the winner is, I have the envelope here somewhere. I think I put it in my book. I was just really, I know I had it somewhere. What's this? Oh, Confessions of a Klingon Linebacker by J.G. Oh, here it is. Available on Amazon. And the winner, of course, is, in this tremendous category, Jadzia Dax and Worf. And that is the Klingon way.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
Bravo.
Bravo.
So, shall I run through them again?
One more time with more people.
One more time.
I am so honored, and I know Michael is as well. You guys, thank you for voting for us. I mean, power couple.
Well, power trio, actually.
It's so much fun to think back on when Michael and I were so excited we were going to get to work together. And I was so thrilled he was coming on Deep Space Nine. And we had our first scene, and forgive me, those of you who know the story, but when we had our first scene and we said, hey, how about we just flirt with each other? Maybe they'll write more for us. And then look at what's happened. It's just been the most amazing journey, and it means so much to me, and that you guys appreciate it and enjoy it even half as much as we did. I loved working with Michael Dorn. I love telling this story for you guys. I love you. Thank you for voting for us.
Awesome. She's awesome.
Nice.
Oh my
That's
God.
lovely.
Yes. Well, thank you, everyone. I think am I talking to anybody besides myself?
We're listening.
Yeah.
We're
This
listening.
time, yes.
Don't need anybody
Confessions
else.
of a Klingon linebacker.
Thank you.
Make sure you get that.
What a tremendous power up. I have to agree with the voting. Although there was maybe an oversight. I mean, I thought perhaps, I don't know, but there's a couple that comes to mind. There's a Klingon general and his lady. What's her name? Cinderella? No, Sorella. They must have fallen out of the ballot box.
Please don't tell her. She'll
Magnificent.
have all our heads.
Right.
You are not wrong, Ryan.
Well, JG, thank you so much for this. You're always amazing. We really appreciate you. And again, don't tell Sorella. This was voted on by the fans.
Oh man, you're right.
Please don't tell her.
JG Hertzler, everybody. Thank you so much, my friend.
Yeah.
The beloved.
Amazing.
Whoa. Speaking of beloved, you guys will never guess who's up next. And everybody in the live chat, let us know with your favorite emoji if you are having as much fun as we are. The one, the only, Mr. Doug Drexler, makeup and effects artist, by the way, makeup and VFX.
Hey, everybody, how goes it?
Amazing. We love having you
Too much
backstage.
fun. I don't think it should be illegal, honestly.
So,
I'm doing a present. I'm presenting an award. That is. Did you know that?
Which one?
Should I do it? Should I go ahead? Am I up?
Yeah, might as well.
In the
What do you think,
category of
Melissa? Yeah.
most
I think
TNG
so.
moment in Star Trek Picard Season 3, the finalists are Q comes back to visit Jack Crusher. Pretty good. Not bad. I am Worf, son of Moog, House of Martok, etc. I have made chamomile tea. Do you take sugar? That's pretty good too. I like it. Next, we've got the TNG-7 playing poker together again, which is pretty damn cool. Next, the TNG crew back on the Enterprise 1701D bridge with Major Barrett Roddenberry's computer voice. That's pretty awesome too. TNG-7 reunited in a conference room. Well, you know, we always love that. And then the Data/Lore showdown featuring Tasha Yar and Spot.
Whoa.
Pause. And may I go ahead and announce this winner here? Because I'm very excited about it. The winner is the TNG crew back on the Enterprise 1701D bridge with Major Barrett Roddenberry's computer voice.
What?
So amazing.
And where's
That was
my
a big
hero?
moment.
I know he's here right
Top-notch.
now.
That
Where
bridge was
are our
amazing.
heroes of that effort? Where are they?
Well, I think we may have somebody actually.
Yeah, there he is. He's hiding at the end of the line there.
Mr. Dave
Knocking.
Glass. Can you
Dave
believe it, everybody?
Glass.
I was hiding in the transporter room. You know,
He's the greatest guy. I owe him so much. You know, not to make this about me, but I've been so involved with Star Trek for so long, and to have Dave want to get the OG, you know, people back on the show because he understands and loves Star Trek so much, and it meant so much to me to be back on the show. And I have to admit, I was scared, but he's such a cool guy that we had nothing but fun, just like we're having right now. So, thank you, Dave, and congratulations.
well, you know, thank you. Actually, I think I could take credit for any of these categories except for the Worf and the T one, which was that was fun as well. But it was just such an honor to say, you know, bring the OG back. It was the OG cast, and then the people behind the scenes, and just to work with everyone.
It's incredible.
As a fan of Star Trek, to be able to pick up the phone and call Doug Drexler and Mike Okuda to come back and say let's do it one more time and let's do it right. So and you know, I can't thank Terry Metalis enough and Dylan Masson, our producers, and you know, I got to give a shout out to the cinematographers Crescenzo Notary and John Joffin and Mark Zulski and Liz Kloskowski, who really made the entire bridge happen. Art director extraordinaire, and Todd Marks, who brought all those playback to life. So as so many people, so many hours of working on it. I could go on for days thanking every single one. Tomas Salvin, our construction coordinator, who really bent over backwards, making sure that we had the team put together to do everything. It was a wonderful experience, and I thank everyone. Shauna Aronson, our set decorator, and all of her team for doing all the upholstery and all the details. So just amazing work, and I can't thank everyone enough.
Fantastic. Well, Dave,
you gave us a moment, boy. I tell you,
man, boy, howdy. In fact, you gave us such a moment, Dave, that can you hold on just another moment for us?
I can.
Because we've got Jenny R. Johnson here that wants to present one more category that you may or may not be a part of. No spoilers.
No spoilers.
All right. Everybody, please welcome Jenny R. Johnson.
She's a genius.
Oh my gosh, right? Well, I am delighted to be presenting the award for the most exciting moment in 2023. Well, in Star Trek in 2023, but really it was the most exciting moment in 2023, I think. So the finalists are Riker throws an asteroid at Vadic's ship from Picard Season 3, Episode 4, No Win Scenario. Deanna Troi flies the Enterprise 1701D to save Riker, Picard, Worf, and Jack in Picard Season 3, Episode 10, The Last Generation. Mariner escapes with the Ferengi Genesis device. Lower Decks, Season 4, Episode 10, Old Friends, New Planets. Oh, the Generous, that was awesome. I'm Erica Ortegas, and I fly the ship. Strange New Worlds, Season 2, Episode 4, Among the Lotus Eaters. Next up, we have Seven disobeys Captain Shaw's orders for Picard and Riker. That was Picard Season 3, Episode 1, The Next Generation. Another one, Scotty returns to Star Trek in Strange New Worlds, Season 2, Episode 10, Hegemony. And last but not least, seeing the Enterprise 1701D bridge with the TNG crew and hearing Majel's computer voice in Picard Season 3, Episode 9, Vox. Oh wait, there's one more! The Borg are behind the red door! There's so many of these! The Borg are behind the red door!
They multiply like tribbles.
Season 3, Episode 9, also Vox. And finally, the Enterprise 1701D reveal, also in Picard, Season 3, Episode 9, Vox.
Oh, pretty cool.
And the pause. The winner is seeing the Enterprise 1701D bridge with the TNG crew and hearing Mitchell's computer voice.
Whoa. That was a mouthful. All right. Let's bring Dave Blass back on, but also, I think we've got another special person here.
What?
Liz Klokowski. What's up, Liz?
Yay!
Liz. Who knew?
Congratulations.
Sorry, guys, I'm in the wrong time zone.
That's okay. Welcome.
Liz, I'll let you take the floor.
No, Dave, I just missed everything before this.
I already thanked them.
Oh,
So I thanked all the producers. So Liz wants to give a shout out to some very particular crew members who helped create stuff on the bridge.
Awesome.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, thanks, Dave. I know. I just want to say thank you to the special effects team who built the furniture, Castor, Mena, and his son Ricardo, who did the upholstery on the view screen and the chairs, and the walls were Garrett Flamig, the draper. We've got, the set deck department, special effects, props, all of construction. I mean, there's so many guys that helped us build the thing basically from the ground up. The plaster team, the flip and the paint team. There's so many, it's Tomas and Jason and all of these guys that helped us build the Enterprise D. I mean, Nate Nanny and Andy Weeder. There's like 400 people to thank, but there's so many talented craftspeople that built the Enterprise D, in 2021 with new materials, and it was definitely a team effort. I mean, Dave and I have gotten a lot of exposure for it, but there was hundreds of people behind making that a reality.
Incredible.
Yeah, and for anyone who follows me on Twitter, I pin it because it really means so much to me that I put all the crew members on a page on Twitter so that everyone can see all the people who spent hours bringing these things to life. Because it's nice to get the recognition myself, but really I'm just the top of the pyramid with all these amazing artists. So I'm really standing on the shoulders of all these talented artists who have put through so much work during the pandemic and all the insanity, so that moment, so that everyone can see all the people who spent hours bringing these things to life. Because it's nice to get the recognition myself, but really I'm just the top of the pyramid with all these amazing. Yeah.
Sorry, there's a little bit of audio there, but
There you go.
That's what it is. It's Twitter at Dave Blast right there.
There you
Yeah.
go. So,
I mean,
You guys gave us an amazing moment.
what you guys did was
fans are so
a love
grateful
letter.
for that. It was
What am I
amazing.
shouting on? Oh, sorry, Siraj.
thank
No,
you.
so Doug, go ahead. It was beautiful. I mean,
No, I was just, it was a love letter to
Biggest
everything
moment
that
of the
came
year.
before, and it was a love letter to the fans, and it surely was a declaration of respect, and that's part of the reason why, aside from being nostalgic about the old show, it speaks volumes about other things too, and that's why the fans have reacted so strongly to it. So there you go.
And make
All
sure you
hail
stay
the
off the
world
carpet.
builders.
Thank you all.
Stay off the carpet.
Thank you guys. Liz, thank you
Dave
so much.
and Doug and Liz, thank you so much. We really appreciate your work and everything that you do, and we really appreciate you taking the time to hang out with us today. We'll see you soon.
Thank
Wouldn't
you.
miss it.
All right.
Congratulations.
So you guys
You guys are
are
cute.
not going to believe what's next. I don't even believe it, but here it is. Got a special guest announcing something very special for us. You know him as Ensign Harry Kim. It's Garrett Wong.
Right.
In the category of most heartbreaking death, the finalists are Edith Keeler, the original series, season 1, episode 28, The City on the Edge of Forever. Spock, Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. Tasha Yar, The Next Generation, season 1, episode 22, Skin of Evil. Jadzia Dax, Deep Space Nine, season 6, episode 26, Tears of the Prophets. Data, Star Trek Nemesis. Charles Tripp Tucker III, Star Trek Enterprise, season 4, episode 22, These Are the Voyages. Hemmer, Strange New Worlds, season 1, episode 9, All Those Who Wander. And the winner is Spock, Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Garrett Wong of the
No
Delta
doubt.
Flyers and Star Trek Voyager, everybody. Am I dreaming? Here to receive this win is that Nicholas Meyer. Everybody, writer, director, you know his work from Star Trek 2, Star Trek 4, Star Trek 6. It's Nicholas Meyer. How are you?
Well, I'm fine. I'm very honored to hear and accept this award. I think there are a lot of other people who are part of it, but I'm happy in the whole position to take credit for everything.
Just wanted to ask you one quick question on that. And you may have been asked this before, my guess is.
Possible, yeah.
Were you aware on set when, whether we're talking about looking at the script, whether we're talking about shooting it, were you aware of what a momentous occasion it was going to be, what a powerful scene that was going to be that would reverberate for decades afterwards with regards to Spock's death?
Well, I was very busy doing this because I was directing the movie. I had written the scene, so I thought it was a good scene. I was paying attention to my actors, to the compositions in the frame, to what the performances were. And I was utterly bewildered when I happened to look to my right and saw that my cinematographer was weeping, Gain Rescher. And then I looked around and I saw that Mary Jane Ferguson, my script supervisor, was weeping. And other people were weeping. And I thought, what am I missing here? And I thought, no, just get on with it. So somebody said that, I think Henry James said that life is hot, but art is cool. If you are the puppeteer, You cannot be out front sobbing at the performance. You must remain backstage dry-eyed and make sure that the strings do not become tangled. It was my job not to cry, but to make others cry. And that's you should pardon the pun, a fairly cold-blooded enterprise. I had to just see it not from a point of view of somebody who was deeply involved and affected by this, but the French filmmaker Robert Bresson said, "My job is not to find out what the public want and give it to them. My job is to make the public want what I want." And what I want was for people to fall down crying. So anyway, thank you very much for the award. And the acknowledgement. I'm very happy to be here and celebrate with you. I'm sorry I'm on such a tight schedule, but I gotta go.
Not at all. This is amazing.
Wow.
We are
Thank
so
you.
appreciative and happy to have you. Thank you so much. Nicholas Meyer.
Ooh, amazing.
Wow, amazing.
Amazing.
If I dream, let me not wake, right? If I'm awake, let me not dream. All right. Dr. Noor is here. And thank goodness he is, because that was heavy.
I'm still scarred from spots there.
Dr. Noor, I think you know what to do next, right?
I do. I'm here to present the next award. So, in the category of funniest episode of Star Trek Lower Decks Season 4, the finalists are, there's only 4 of them. Season 4, Episode 6, Parth Ferengi's Heart Place. Episode 4, Something Borrowed, Something Green. Orion hint. Episode 2, I Have No Bones, Yet I Must Flee, with the boopsie. And episode 1, Tuvix, with a TWO in the beginning. And the winner is Season 4, Episode 2, I Have No Bones, Yet I Must Flee, the Moopsie episode. Yay!
There's a lot of people jumping up and down in the back right now.
We love
I
it.
saw,
here?
I saw Katie doing cartwheels. All right. But in all seriousness, everybody, this is not about us and our giggles and how excited we are about this. It's more about the director of this episode. We are so fortunate to have Meg Lloyd here. Meg is here. What's up, Meg?
Welcome.
Oh, I am so pleased to be here, and thank you so much. We are so glad we could tickle your funny bones with this one. Oh, careful, don't let Moopsie get those. It's just such a pleasure to be back on with everyone here, and really, animation is the biggest team project that there is, so and there's just one me, so I'd like to highlight a few of the other Cerritos crew members who made this episode as funny as it is. I mean, obviously, Aaron got us started with a great script, and then my board team, Gene, Spencer, Nick, Andre, Zach, Angela, David, everyone killed it bringing these jokes to visual life. And a huge thanks to my assistant director, Belle, for helping me to punch up every single new draft. This was actually the first episode of Lower Decks that I directed. So a huge thanks has to go to our production story coordinator, Jeffrey, and Barry, our supervising director, who both really supported me through this first new big step on my journey. And to Mark, our editor, for really taking the time, both of us spending these moments to make the jokes land just perfectly. And of course, thank you, Mike McMahon, for collecting us all in his menagerie and giving us the opportunity to make such fun new Star Trek. Obviously, I wish I could name everyone who contributed, because dozens of people give their time and talent to every episode of Lower Decks, but honestly, I think the special sauce on this one came from our dialogue editor, Ray, for the genius use of his own son to voice my son, our son, the Moopsie. So thank you so much for having us here, and thank you for awarding funniest Lower Decks episode to I Have No Bones, Yet I Must Flee.
And Meg, thank you for not only being an amazing director, and your directorial debut, by the way, but for giving us the time on the 7th rule, for always being so pleasant and so cool, and for joining us today. You are absolutely amazing, and we really appreciate you.
My pleasure. I'll come back anytime.
All right, see you tomorrow.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Well done. Well done.
Yay!
Whoa, this is too much
That
fun.
was awesome.
So much fun.
If
However,
quite dangerous.
Fun time's over, everybody. It's time to
Uh-oh.
get serious. Matt Boardman's here.
Not the Matt Boardman.
It is literally the Matt Boardman.
Gosh.
Matt, what's up with you? I think you got a category, right?
Yeah, I'm so excited to present this category because, I mean, if you've listened to the 7th rule, you know I love me some starships and I love me some starship battles. And so I'm here to present to you for the category of Best Ship Battle Episode in Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Although some of these feel like they're not just Deep Space Nine. So let's get this started. In a world. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. First up, we have the Doomsday Machine from the original series, Season 2, Episode 6. We have Yesterday's Enterprise, The Next Generation, Season 3, Episode 15. We've got Sacrifice of Angels, Deep Space Nine, Season 6, Episode 6. Balance of Terror, the original series, Season 1, Episode 8. We have The Way of the Warrior, Part 2, Deep Space Nine, Season 4, Episode 2. Year of Hell, Part 2, Voyager, Season 4, Episode 9. Endgame, Voyager, Season 7, Episode 24. The Best of Both Worlds, Part 2, The Next Generation, Season 4, Episode 1. What You Leave Behind, Deep Space Nine, Season 7, Episode 25. And the winner is only one of the best battle sequences ever.
Wow.
Sacrifice of Angels, Deep Space Nine, Season 6, Episode 6.
Whoa. One of.
Wow.
You guys, we have a very
That is
special
major.
treat. You'll never believe this.
Uh-oh.
Look what we've got. We've got the actual original storyboards
What?
made by Dan Curry, a fellow by the name of Dan Curry. What a legend. Look
Wow.
at this incredible. This is the
That's
original.
so awesome.
Amazing.
Can I have this as wallpaper?
I know.
This is so cool.
That's amazing.
Now, here's the key, everybody. How could we have possibly gotten such a thing? Well, lucky for us, it's VFX supervisor, illustrator, and of course, author Dan Curry. What's up, Dan?
Yay!
Hi, how you doing?
Awesome.
On behalf of the entire visual effects team, we appreciate this honor. And you might be interested to know that this was a hybrid of technology. CG was just coming into its own, so we didn't quite trust it yet. So the background ships, because we couldn't have physically shot that many models in the time we had about 3 weeks to turn this around. So the foreground ships that have a lot of detail are physical models, and the background ships are CG. And as a treat, when you see the force field around Deep Space Nine when it's hit with enemy phasers, this is the force field. It's a Mylar cheerleaders pom-pom.
Oh my God.
Wrapped around a virtual sphere. And so this we have to thank the people at Image G for shooting the physical models, also supervisor David Stipes and the late Gary Hutzel, and our team at Foundation Imaging and at Digital Muse. So there are probably hundreds of people involved, including the physical model makers, Greg Jean, Tony Meininger, who built Deep Space Nine, and the digital model makers. So this was the result of an army of dedicated artists working toward a common goal. So on their behalf, thank you.
Wow.
And
Wow.
Dan, you know, having had an opportunity to work with you on the remastering of season 2 of Next Generation, and some of the other artists who had the opportunity, I know that they all spoke of the work that you guys did on this particular battle sequence with such fondness, and it all had a lot of fun, really kind of going outside of the normal ship movements that Star Trek had to be able to recreate this battle.
Yeah, it was great fun. We all love space battles and the explosions, and so it was a favorite among the visual effects team too.
Awesome job.
So cool.
It's so memorable that it's literally the best battle scene, and you know they've had a lot of time to to think up other ones, but such a tremendous job you did on that episode, Dan. It's amazing.
And doing the storyboards, I spent maybe 3 minutes a panel because I was in such a hurry. So that's why the drawings are so sloppy. And
oh, they're gorgeous.
They are gorgeous.
Dan's sloppy is a lot of people's best effort.
They're stunning.
Yeah.
And so at any rate, that's and we would just kind of fly around with little toys and folded paper planes and kind of choreograph the battles. Like I think the importance of this is playing with physical toys as children allows you to do this kind of space battle.
Amazing.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, I might be good at that then.
There you go.
Well, Dan Curry, you've always been so great coming on to our shows. You're so gracious. You've got all this amazing artistry and videos. You send us these storyboards. You send us these videos. It's unbelievable. I feel like we can make entire segments just off of each scene that you've worked on. We really appreciate you so much, Dan. We hope to see you again real soon, okay?
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Dan.
All right. God, that guy's the coolest guy ever.
Wow.
Thank you, Dan.
So
If you can
cool.
still hear us,
Amazing.
thank you, Dan.
Yes,
so
thank you.
He has so many cool stories from not just Star Trek, but his, that spans the breadth of his career. And it's just like, we would sit there and listen to these cool stories, and it's like, okay, guys, we actually have to work. We can't just keep listening to Dan.
Speaking of which,
Yay!
our good friend Raven Dowda,
Rachel.
who plays Dr. Pollard on Star Trek Discovery, has something she'd like to add to this show.
All right.
Hello, Star Trek fam. You know what time it is? It is time to introduce the category of favorite reintroduced character of 2023. Yes, I know who the nominees are. Do you want to know who they are?
Yep.
Okay, let's find out. The nominees are Rom, Lower Decks, Season 4, Episode 6, Parth Ferengi's Heart Place. Montgomery Scott, Strange New Worlds, Season 2, Episode 10, Hegemony. Ro Laren, Picard, Season 3, Episode 5, Imposters. Dr. Beverly Crusher, Picard, Season 3, Episode 1, The Next Generation. Worf, Picard, Season 3, Episode 2, Disengage. And Geordie LaForge, Picard, Season 3, Episode 6, The Bounty. And the winner is Worf, Picard, Season 3, Episode 2, Disengage.
All right.
All right.
Well
There's
chosen.
nothing-
Well chosen.
Nothing cooler than hearing Scott Baker go, all right. I love it.
Raven is amazing, by the way.
Yes,
She's
she
so
is.
wonderful.
She always brings
Yeah.
the energy.
Hey guys, can you hear me? My service sucks where I am. Sorry, it's Rod here.
Yes, we can hear you, and we're going to bring you on. That mystery voice, everybody at home. You'll find out who that is in just a moment. We hear you great.
It's,
All right.
it's Rod. I'm sorry to interrupt. But I can go somewhere if I've got 5 minutes. I can probably get better service if that helps.
Sure.
Oh, okay. We're not on a deadline for anything?
You can come back in 5.
Okay, well, okay. I'll head out. Well, it's a better view here, but you can see me or no?
Oh, what a great view, though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I'll stay. If you
We
guys
can hear you,
me,
we
then
can
I'm not
see
going
you.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Diggity dog.
Perfect.
But the people at home can't see you yet. So we'll get to that in just a moment. That's a good tease. That's a good tease. Because right now we have something very special we'd like to do. We have 3 honors that we do every year, one of which is named after one Kenneth Mitchell. It is the Kenneth Mitchell Hope Award. It is awarded to somebody that gives us hope, that fights amongst all odds or against all odds, whether it be health or tragedy, and really leads us and, is a leader with compassion, with intelligence, with dignity. And Melissa, would you like to announce who that goes to today?
Yes, I would like to announce this person because whenever I think of her, I think of hope. And she is such an inspiration. Her tireless work in activism across many topics, and then her own struggles with pancreatic cancer and breast cancer. So my friend, somebody I love very much, Ms. Kitty Swink.
Hello, Kitty.
Hey, Kitty.
Virtual background went south. Husband set it all up for me and then left. So, but that's
How are you,
because
Kitty?
I'm good. How are you? I'm good.
Really, really good.
I'm so pleased to be here, and it's been so much fun watching all my friends circle through your show while I sit.
Well, I think
We
it was
love
a
you, Kitty.
pretty. Yeah. Go ahead, Sirach.
No, we love you, and I think it's pretty obvious who is deserving of this award because of your lifelong dedication to awareness, to fundraising, and just to being a sweet and beautiful person that every time we see lights up the room, makes everyone smile. A loving person. I've always my daughter talks about good vibes. Dad, it gives me good vibes. You always give me good vibes, Kitty, and we love that about you.
Well, I love that about you. So it works out really well. I can't believe I've known Sirach since he was, you were never a little kid, but
Yeah, no, it was not.
and you're a fantastic man.
Hmm.
You're all wonderful. Thank you.
So that's Kitty in a nutshell.
Beautiful.
Here we are honoring her, and she's passing out compliments like it's candy. You're such
Yeah,
an
that's
amazing
Kitty.
person, Kitty. You're always leading by example. Everybody in our description box below, you can check out what Kitty's working on. Can you tell them about what you're doing in April, I believe it is?
I can. We're doing the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network Purple Stride, which is a walk, and I invite everybody to go onto the PanCan website, go to Purple Stride, and join Jonathan Frakes and Armin Sherman and John Billingsley and Juan Carlos Cotto, who's such a new member of our team, while we raise money and awareness for pancreatic cancer. We are so lucky to have this wonderful community that we draw together, and we're changing the face of pancreatic cancer, one patient at a time, one family at a time. And we'd like to invite you to come walk with us. And if you can't walk with us in Los Angeles, you can walk in 60 cities around the country. And we'd love to have you on our team. We would. Yeah.
Also, actually, very quickly as well. So everybody in the description box below, you can click on that link. You can support them and or join them. But also, speaking of which, Kitty, didn't you get like actual tangible results recently with the percentages of survival rate? Can you tell them about that?
We've been so lucky. The last 3 years in a row, the survival rate has gone up 1% a year. It was a 3 to 4% survival rate at 5 years when I was diagnosed. 20 years ago, in 2 weeks, I had my Whipple surgery, where they took out half my pancreas, half my stomach, my gallbladder, a couple of feet of my intestines, 28 lymph nodes. And I didn't think I had Well, I actually thought I was going to survive. I thought I had some work left to do, but nobody else thought I was going to survive except Armin. So there you go. And now it's at 13%, and it's changing all the time, and it's because of the work of PanCan and other organizations. And you guys help us so much. The community helps us so much. I can't say enough.
Nice. And everybody, that's Armin Shimmerman, her husband, by the way. Well, Kitty, thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We really appreciate you and everything you do, and we will definitely be seeing you soon.
Yes.
Well, I just want to say one other thing. I love all of you guys. I also want to say I love Aaron, and he's with me every single day. So that's there. And in my work, not just in this, but with Screen Actors Guild and women's rights and all that stuff, the Star Trek community has always, always stood behind us. So thank you. Please come join us, please. Thank you.
Thank you. See you soon,
You're
Kitty.
amazing, Kitty. Thank you.
Love you. Yes.
Love you. Bye.
She's the best. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a force.
Speaking of forces of nature, meteorologist Katie Nicolau. Wow, what a segue. How did we do it? I don't even know how this is possible. Katie, you've got the next category. This one is one of my absolute favorite categories because it's about Strange New Worlds. And I feel like they're reinventing and reinvigorating this format of episodes that are rewatchable, where you're like, had a long day. I'm in a mood to watch XYZ, a specific episode. So with that being said, so why don't you just take it away, or I'll just keep gushing about it.
We had so much new Trek in 2023, but it's not enough for every single hour of every single day. So inevitably, you're going to have a rewatch. And why not rewatch Strange New Worlds? In that vein, in the category of most rewatchable episode in Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 2, the finalists are Episode 7, Those Old Scientists. Episode 2, Ad Astra Per Spera. Episode 9, Subspace Rhapsody. Episode 3, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. And the winner is Those Old Scientists, Episode 7. Can't miss it. We watched that episode at my house a lot. I dragged each and every one of my family members in to watch that episode. So if anyone's thinking of doing a rewatch after this, by all means, you now know the people's choice for this rewatch. And I believe,
Beautiful.
Ryan, we have someone coming in.
Man, and I am so excited about it. Sirach and I know him very well. And I think a lot of people in this industry know him very well. This guy leads the charge. He is the MVP of 2023. I didn't mean that to rhyme, but it's totally true. It is writer, producer of Strange New Worlds. You see him on the picket lines. You see him on Twitter. He's saving the day for all of us. It is Bill Wolkoff. How you doing, Bill?
I'm great. This is very, very cool. Thank you. And in lieu of a trophy, I'm going to hold my St. Pike votive candle.
Wow.
That's amazing.
I don't know, win an LLAPY. This is very cool. And obviously I'm biased. All of the episodes that you listed are amazing and rewatchable in my opinion. Please rewatch them as much as you can.
Yes, and very important.
But having Those Old Scientists highlighted is very special to me. One of the reasons why I loved being one of the writers on that episode so much was I feel a real affinity to Brad Boimler and Mariner, but especially Boimler, who is essentially a fanboy who gets to be on the original series Enterprise, and that brightness that he brings to Lower Decks really came into our episode, and that's kind of how I feel every day when I'm lucky to be on set on the Enterprise. I have to pinch myself and say, "Whoa, you're You are on the set of the original, the original series era Enterprise. Holy cow!
Magic.
And I'm a fan, like all of us, of the show from way back, and very lucky to work on it. So I'm very proud that it's being singled out like this. And
Bill,
oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say we are huge fans of you.
Yeah.
And your work.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh, you're
You've
incredible.
been killing it.
Yes.
You've been
Yes.
killing
And your
it.
ties.
And your ties.
That's Anne Marie Siegel. She loves your ties on Twitter. But Bill, we really appreciate the work that you do. We really appreciate the work that you do when you're not at work, especially even more so, or at least as much as you are a real hero. And we appreciate everything that you do, and we appreciate you taking the time today to hang out with
that
us.
episode was so clever and so well done. If I'm not mistaken, was Jonathan Frakes director of that episode?
Yeah,
most certainly was.
So.
Yes.
Yeah, it was so well done, so clever. One of my favorite episodes, and that show in general, Strange New Worlds, is killing it. And so, hats off to you guys. Keep up the good stuff because we're chewing it up. We love watching that show. It's so good.
Oh, thank you. Well, on behalf of Jonathan Frakes and Kat Lynn, who I co-wrote the episode with, and everybody else, there's so many people who touched that episode and made it what it was. Thank you for singling it out today.
Love it. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
We will be watching. Oh man! By the way, we've got more Strange New Worlds coming in a while, but for you. Thank you so much, Bill. We'll see you soon. Okay.
As Boimler would say to Spock before he was beamed away, live and oh God.
All right.
Amazing.
The great exit line. That's perfect.
We have another category to announce. This is going to be huge here. All right. Eugene, if you can hear us, we are ready for you. Let's bring on a very special guest here. Here he is. You know him as the son of Gene Roddenberry. We know him as Eugene Roddenberry, the one and only. What is up? How are you? Thank you so much for hanging out.
Absolutely, guys. Thanks for having me. Can you see and hear me?
Yeah.
Wow, what a view.
Oh, yeah.
You in Vegas.
Yeah. Well, I went way
Vegas.
out of my way to I went way out of my way to fly to Vegas so I could have a great background for this particular moment.
Production value
True
for
producer
us.
does.
Yeah, this was all for this. Anyway, no, I'm here in Vegas because LA is getting pounded by rain, and I had the weekend with my son, and I wanted to find a great place to go that didn't get rained on.
Nice.
And so we're having a little boys trip, which is great.
You know, for
wow.
20 bucks, I'll make it stop raining wherever you need.
It's our resident meteorologist right there. Well, Eugene, speaking of which, are you ready to
Eugene,
read
who
off?
calls me Eugene? I know. So listen, I just have to
That's
get this
the
out.
rule.
Rod.
Social media.
Rod,
I know social media on Facebook. It was all. You don't need my life story here, but on Facebook, I had to tell them I wanted to change my name to change my handle. So I had to make a public announcement to tell everyone I'm changing my name to Eugene. Which, by the way, I go by both names, but that was it. For those of you who think you have to call me Eugene, call me whatever the heck you want. That was all for Facebook.
I just got used to Eugene. All right.
There are plenty of other creative names I know you can come up with. I expect good stuff.
All right. Well, Rod, it does feel good to say Rod again, though. Would you like to read the very next category?
Yes. This is the category of best moments in the cage. And the finalists are, for those of you with a great memory or watching along right now, Captain Pike figures out the malfunctioning laser pistol is an illusion and threatens the Telosians with it. Or Spock smiles as he touches a singing plant on Kalos 4. Or Dr. Boyce prescribes a martini to Captain Pike while having a heart-to-heart chat. That was a great scene. Vina's true appearance, reveal, and explanation. The most experienced officer is left in command of the bridge. Number 1. I have a particular interest in that one. Captain Pike sees Vina for the first time and reveals that he is being watched by the Telosians on a big screen, similar to the Super Bowl. And the winner is... Am I allowed to do the winner is?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
All right. Well, this is from everyone's vote. Spock smiles as he touches the singing plant on Talos 4. Congratulations, best scene in Star Trek Cage history.
Amazing.
Wow.
That's a big one because we are celebrating 60 years of Star Trek and the Cage right now at the virtual TrekCon 5 and the 2024 LLAPY Awards. And we are extremely fortunate right now to have a very special guest to receive that win. It is the son of Spock himself. It's Adam Nimoy. Adam, it is so good to have you here. How are you?
Great to be here. Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you.
Wow, what an honor. I can't believe that there's so many great moments in the Cage. It's so interesting to me that you guys voted for that particular Spock lapse of emotional control. Was
that? Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to say on behalf of my dad, I think he'd be very honored to have won this award. My dad was very proud of the fact that he was the only original cast member who was in the Cage, other than Majel Barrett, who made it onto the series. They were the only 2 continuing characters, even though Majel switched to Nurse Chapel. But the thing about my dad that he was very proud of is that he was in the original pilot and made it also into the J.J. Abrams iteration of Trek beginning in Star Trek 2009. So it was kind of a nice bookend to his life to have made it all the way through to the final iteration of Star Trek in the feature world. And also, I think it's interesting to note that we are in 2024, and the pilot was shot in November, December of 1964. We are coming up on 60 years since they shot that pilot.
That's right.
And it was quite a special time because I remember my dad, I was 8 years old at the time, and my dad came home with some Polaroids while they were shooting that pilot. And he showed me some pictures of him as Spock for the first time I had seen what Spock looked like. And it just blew my mind. So it's amazing how far we've come in the Trek universe. It's also interesting that Spock does smile, which is uncharacteristic of him. But as he mentioned many times, he was working with, it's just the character was so undeveloped at that time, and he was kind of like struggling with what he should be doing and how he should be playing it. And so it's just interesting that we've seen such an evolution of Spock throughout these past 60 years to who we have today.
And also just a quick final thought on that. Isn't it fitting and amazing that we know Spock as this stoic, unemotional guy, and the number one most important memory and the biggest moment we think of is that one time we saw him smile, though. That was pretty nice. It must have been amazing back then. Well, 6 years ago when they did it, and it's a bummer that they didn't get to see it. The audiences didn't get to see it until 25 years later. But Adam, this has been so cool. We hope to see you again sometime. Rod, this has been so amazing. I can't believe how cool it is having Rod Roddenberry and Adam Nimoy hanging out with us at the same time.
Awesome.
Really appreciate
Celebrating
you guys.
the Cage.
Amazing.
Yes.
Great.
Amazing.
This is a great celebration.
What started it all?
There he is. And Spock, of course.
Spock, get out of here. Hey, wait a minute. All right, you guys, thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it.
We really appreciate you. Thank you both very much. We'll see you soon. Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
LLAPY. LLAPY.
That's the coolest thing ever. You guys, and everybody, if you guys are Rod and Adam, feel free to stick around, hang out, and watch if you want to keep watching. It's like you're backstage, but you're still here if you want to see, because we've got a gigantic surprise up next. You're not even going to believe what's next here. I can't even believe what's next.
I'll remember to mute and enjoy the show.
Amazing.
Great. Anne Marie, just jump into the next category so we can see this amazing
Yes.
gift.
Okay. In the category of most fun one-off aliens, the finalists are the Iosians from TOS, A Piece of the Action, the Antikins from Lonely Among Us, TNG, the Mintakins from TNG, Who Watches the Watchers, the Dosai from Deep Space Nine, Rules of Acquisition, the Baku from Star Trek Insurrection, the Komar from one of my favorite episodes, Virtuoso, Voyager. We also have the Duplers from Lower Decks, An Embarrassment of Duplers. And the Enterpriseans from Prodigy, All the World's a Stage.
Yay!
And the winner is... Oh my god, it's the Iosians from Piece of the Action. And I believe we have someone calling in from Sigma Iosha too, because we pay our percentages around here.
Is that possible?
Yeah.
Do we actually have an Iosian here
We
today?
do. I think
It
we have
is
a tough
a tough
kid.
kid. It's a tough kid. It is Dr. Sheldon Gollum here from A Piece of the Action. How is this even possible?
Hi there.
Hello, it's
Can you
so
hear me?
good to meet you. Yes.
Great, great. Well, it's a pleasure to be here. And then on
Amazing.
behalf of all Iosians,
Oh my gosh. We're all the true fans of that episode.
I hope there
Such
are
an
a few
honor to
left.
have you here.
Fun fact for everybody at home, A Piece of the Action was named after Dr. Gollum's line. Sheldon, you actually said the line that they named the episode after. Did you have any idea? I know the answer is no, I think. Did you have any idea 50-something years ago that people would still be talking about this episode and your character and the characters that were in that episode?
No, of course not. It's amazing to me. But I'll tell you, when I was growing up, I was a big sci-fi fan, and I had pictures of UFOs and spaceships and Apollo missions all over my wall. That was what my wall was hung with. So when I had the chance to audition for Star Trek, I was psyched, and it was one of the most nerve-wracking auditions because I really wanted to get that part. And when I got the part, it was just like, it was amazing. And they were all amazing to me, and it was just amazing to be a part of that whole thing because, I mean, that was my thing. That was my genre that I loved. So it was great, but I had no idea it was going to develop into what it did, which was pretty fantastic. And like, this show is fantastic. So glad to be here.
Yeah,
You want
well,
a
you're
piece of
still
that
getting a
action.
piece of the action.
Yeah,
after
I
all
beat
these
you to
years.
it.
I still got a piece of the action after all these years.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Unbelievable. Sheldon, we really want to thank you because it was not easy to track you down. Dr. Anne Marie Seagull here did it. She's amazing. And
I'm
you
switching
are amazing.
dentists.
What's that?
I want to switch dentists now to Colorado. Amazing.
It's a pleasure to see any of you.
Really appreciate you, Sheldon. This has been an absolute highlight. There are so many people watching this right now on the internet. Their minds are blown. They're like, it's the guy, it's the tough kid from A Piece of the Action. I can't believe it. Including
Well, it's
Popcorn
my
Scott
pleasure to
Baker.
be here and see all you guys and watch your show. I had no idea this existed until you guys, contacted me, and I watched a couple of these new. This is great. This is great.
Oh, awesome.
Fantastic. Well, Sheldon, thank you so much. We hope to see you again sometime, okay?
Okay,
Not just this
great.
once.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon. Thank
Thanks
you very
for the
much.
award.
Congratulations.
Oh my God. I told you it was an amazing surprise. This is unbelievable.
That's crazy.
It's amazing.
Everybody
Yes, it
that's
is.
watching, though, hang on. We've got more big surprises. You know, we're celebrating 60 years of The Cage and Star Trek. There's somebody that's about to come on here that is connected to that theme.
Okay.
He starred, he was the central role for a 2-part episode in the original series that basically focused on the cage. It was the Menagerie 1 and 2. Of course, can you believe this? We are talking about Star Trek, the original series, Pike. It's true.
Amazing.
Sean Kenny. Can you believe it? Sean, what's up? How are you?
Woohoo!
I'm doing good. Very good. Thank you.
And you've got your background. It's beautiful.
Yeah. There it is.
Amazing.
Man, really appreciate you jumping on with us. And say hello to Taki. I'm sure she can hear me. It's good to have you.
Yeah.
So,
thank you. Very good. Anyway.
Sean, it's an absolute honor to have you. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Are you
Great
ready?
Great
Are you
to
ready
be
to
here.
read a category for us?
Yeah, I am. I've got it all here.
This is so cool.
Here it is. In the category of the most interesting new character, the finalists are Captain Liam Shaw, Star Trek Picard, Vadik, Star Trek Picard, Ensign Sidney LaForge, Star Trek Picard, Jack Crusher, Star Trek Picard, Neera Katul, Star Trek Strange New Worlds, and Pelia, Star Trek Strange New
that out
Worlds.
at the last second. It was my speakers; they were turned off.
And lastly, here it is. It's let's see, Derica Tendi, Star Trek Lower Decks, and the winner of this wonderful award is Captain Liam Shaw, Star Trek Picard.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Yay! It's Todd Stashwick, aka Captain Liam Shaw. But you already know this. You guys, you continue to surprise and amaze me and humble me as always. So apparently you think that this dipshit from Chicago is the most interesting new character of 2023, and I'd be remiss if I didn't say I agreed with you wholeheartedly. No, I absolutely kid. Man alive, this character has been the gift that just keeps on giving, and the fact that you all stepped up and are honoring me with this LLAPY, it just makes my little nerdy Chicago heart explode. So, but as you know, in order for a character to be interesting, that starts on the page. So much of what you love about this guy came from the minds of Terry Metalis and the writing staff. They are the ones who dreamed up Shaw before I was ever brought to the bridge and sat in that spinny chair. So much of this goes to them, and hats off to them. It takes a team to build a character, and I get to sing the song that they wrote. So thank you for letting this character ascend in the way that he has. Who knew when I got this part how much attention he was going to get. So thank you so much. It really means a ton. We do something in a little room in Santa Clarita, and it gets shot into the airwaves, and we never know how it's going to be received. And you guys have told me how you receive it, and it really makes me feel great. So thank you so much. Again, love you all. Live long and prosper. Cheers.
The ever gracious Todd Stashwick. All right, Sean, that was
Love
so
him.
cool. Thank you for reading that off for us. We really
you're welcome,
appreciate
guys.
you. Are we going to see you at a convention coming up, I hope?
Yeah, I'm going to be at the next couple of conventions. They're still going, and the people just love the characters that we're all about. And,
Nice.
I can't believe how many years when they keep saying, "Oh, it's almost 60. Oh, it's just and we're all saying, "When's it going to end? It's not going to end." That's really incredible.
Not going to. Well, thank you
Yeah.
so much, Sean. We'll see you real soon
Yes,
then, right?
thank
I'll
you.
see
We
you at the
love you.
next one.
Welcome. Good hearing you all. Thank you. And seeing you all. Have a
Thank
great
you.
one.
You too.
Bye, Sean.
All right.
Wow.
This is too much fun. Is this even
Yes.
legal?
So
This
I don't
is
know.
awesome.
This was good stuff.
Whew. Just need a breather. You guys, we have the author of the autobiography of Benjamin Sisko, if you can believe that. It is Derek Tyler Attico here. Hello, sir. How are you?
Hey guys, thanks for having me. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
So good to have you here, man. We really appreciate you. It's great to see you again. In fact, you and Sirach were just hanging out with the Sci-Fi Sisters just a week or two ago, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of fun.
The background that I had this.
Talking about that book.
My background is backwards, but that's only because I'm transmitting to you guys from the mirror universe.
Oh.
Okay.
So,
We can bring the soup. So,
Well, Derek, you've got a rather sinister reason for being here, right? I think you're going to be reading a rather evil kind of category.
Well, no, I don't know if it's evil.
I don't think it is.
No. But if I was in a regular universe, it'd be evil. But since we're swapping, this is going to be kind of cool. All right, so here we go, guys. In the category of favorite one-off character in Star Trek: The Next Generation, the finalists are Tasha Yar's love interest, Lieutenant Richard Castillo from Yesterday's Enterprise, Season 3, Episode 15. Captain Rachel Garrett of the Enterprise 1701C from Yesterday's Enterprise, Season 3, Episode 15. Lal, Data's first daughter, from the episode The Offspring in Season 3, Episode 16. Samuel Clemens, otherwise known as Mark Twain, from Season 5, Episode 26, and Season 6, Episode 1, the opener, the finale and opener, on Time's Arrow. Lieutenant Commander Shelby, which we all love, from Season 3, Episode 26, and Season 4, Episode 1, The Best of Both Worlds, Parts 1 and 2. Captain Get It Done Jellicoe, from Season 6, Episode 10, and Season 6, Episode 11. The name of the episode is Chain of Command, Parts 1 and 2. Captain Dathon from Season 5, Episode 2, Darmok, which we all love this episode.
Mm-hmm.
And Sergei Yoshenko, which we all know is related to war. Season 4, Episode 2, Family. And the winner is Lal, Data's daughter, from the episode The Offspring, Season 3, Episode 16.
Wow.
Hey.
Wow.
You made a lot of people happy with that win right there, Derek. There are a lot of people smiling right now. Joy, be careful. You're about to be spotlit here. They're all smiling. Derek, everybody at home needs to go buy the autobiography of Benjamin Sisko. Where can they find it?
Pick up a copy. You can find
Everywhere,
it in
right?
books everywhere, online, Amazon, Barnes and Noble, anywhere books are sold. If your favorite bookstore doesn't have it, go and tell them to order it and have it for you. I think it's a great read. I think everyone will enjoy it. If you like any Star Trek series, there's something in this book for you. So I hope you all enjoy it.
Fantastic.
And thank you for having me for this. This is so much fun. I'm just sitting there watching with these people. I'm like, oh, I know that person. Oh, I know him.
Yes, yes.
This is great. Thank you, guys.
We have way too much fun. I'm so glad you can join in it with us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you, Derek.
So I'll just go back to the mirror universe now. So live long. Prosper, guys. Thank you.
I think Mirror Universe is the perfect segue because we've got a really good category that is related to that. And we're going to jump into that right now. Here's our good friend Raven Dowda with more.
Hey, what's going on? How you enjoying the show? Yeah. Are your favorites the winners?
This time, yeah.
Let's face it, we're all winners. Come on, right? Star Trek? Love it. You want some more? Okay. So we're on to the category of Best Antagonist of 2023. I love it. And the finalists are Sarah, Strange New World, Season 2, Episode 3, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. The Gorn, Strange New World, Season 2, Episode 10, Hegemony. Vatic, Picard, Season 3, Episode 2, Disengage. Nick Locarno, Lower Decks, Season 4, Episode 9, The Inner Fight.
Nice.
Agamus, Lower Decks, Season 4, Episode 7, A Few Badgies More. Vice Admiral Pasalk, Strange New Worlds, Season 2, Episode 2, Ad Astara per Aspera. Yeah, didn't know I spoke Latin, did ya? And last but not least, oopsie, Lower Decks, Season 4, Episode 2, I have no bones, yet I must flee. And the winner is... Do you know who it is? It's Vatic, Picard, Season 3, Episode 2,
Yes.
Disengage.
Vatic is killer.
Man, Raven brings the energy, doesn't she?
Yes,
Amazing.
Amazing. Love her.
Wow.
All right. That giggle
Vatic
you
was
just
killer.
heard, everybody, was Popcorn Scott Baker. Because he's got the next category, and I am super excited for this one.
I'm super surprised about this one.
Why don't you reveal to us what it is?
It's the most surprising reveal in Star Trek Picard Season 3. And so, hold on, get ready to get surprised. Again, the finalists are Raffi's Handler is Worf, Season 3, Episode 2. Ro Laren's Return to Star Trek, Season 3, Episode 5. Transmission from Admiral Anton Chekhov, Season 3, Episode 10. Enterprise 1701D Reveal, Season 3, Episode 9. Seeing all the legendary ships at the Fleet Museum, Season 3, Episode 7. Q comes back to visit Jack Crusher, Season 3, Episode 10. And the winner is Ro Laren's Return to the Star Trek, Season 3, Episode 5.
Whoa, nice. Who was
That
it
was
that screamed?
surprising.
Who squealed? Was that Jenny? Jenny squealed. All right. Well, we are fortunate enough to have the director of that episode. How did we pull this off? I don't know, because it is Dan Liu. He's worked on Strange New Worlds and Picard as a director. That is very
and
rare.
For All Mankind.
And For All Mankind. Are you kidding me? This is
I
unbelievable.
Yeah.
It is one of the greatest directors of all time, Dan Liu. Dan, what's up?
Hey guys. Thanks for voting
So
for
good
our
to see you,
episode.
man.
Yeah, my goodness. Picard Season 3 had such an abundance of riches thanks to Terry Matalas and his writing team. And when I got that script, I was like, oh, well, I'm going to be responsible for 33 years of buildup among the fans. I mean, it was a little bit nerve-wracking and thrilling. But, I just want to say something about Michelle Forbes, because she was such a consummate professional. I mean, I remember distinctly, it's that last goodbye scene in the corridor when she was working with Patrick. Some actors will bring it in every take, and she's that type of actress where even when the camera wasn't on her, tears would be coming down her eyes, just bringing the emotions. And whenever I worked with her, she would give variations of that emotion. So, she knew sometimes we might want different things, and she brought it on takes 2, 3, 4. And then even when the camera she was walking away, she would come up to me after and she's like, did it look like I was hiding my emotions from my changeling bodyguards? And I was like, yes, yes, it did.
Wow.
So, that type of work ethic really rubbed off on everyone in that episode. And, I'd just like to thank her and our writers Cindy Apple and Chris Derrick, of course, Terry Matalas for season 3, and Secret Hideout for giving me a shot on Picard, because I totally wasn't expecting it, but they were like, "Hey, come do a Picard episode," and I'm like, "Yes, I will."
Wow.
Wow.
Dan, we are loving your work.
Yeah.
Sirach and I have been very fortunate to have you join us on the 7th Rule a couple times. And you're so gracious with your time, but you're also gracious with your stories and with your insights. And you've truly found your calling. You're obviously meant to direct. Can you give us a hint as to what your next project or episode? Is there any more Star Trek in your future or something else?
I might have come back working with a guest you had earlier in your award show.
All right, let me check my notes here. What a perfect tease. I love that.
Very
this
good.
guy gets it. Well, Dan, we really appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We hope to see you again real soon, okay?
Hey, thanks for watching all of our work.
Thank you for making it.
Thank
See you soon.
Congratulations, too, on winning.
Yeah.
So good.
And hang out. You can stick around and hang out if you'd like, Dan. There's more show coming right now. Catch your breath. We've got if you know your Star Trek, you know the name Adam Howard. You're like, wait a minute, isn't that uber talented guy that's got like an Australian accent or something? Yes, that's who it is. That's exactly who it is. Animator, digital composer. It's Adam Howard. He's freaking so talented, and he's right here. What's up, Adam? How you been?
Hey guys, how are you?
Hi.
What a great show you're having this year. It's amazing.
We're having fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Really,
Too much.
really good to see you all, and nice to be here.
Cool com badge, by the way.
Yeah.
You gotta wear it. Come on. I was trying to find my Austrek badge from the Australian Star Trek Society, but it's buried somewhere, so I'll find that. They made me a lifetime member. What's that all about?
Hang on a sec. Sirach, is it possible that Adam's voice got even sexier since the last time we saw him?
It's possible. It's possible.
It did.
I know. I was gonna say, just keep talking.
Okay, I'll just keep talking. My fiance says to me all the time, just lay it on. Lay it on.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, my friend. It's great seeing you again. Lay it on.
We got a category. In the category of which Star Trek movie we'd most like to see return to the big screen, the finalists are Star Trek The Motion Picture, Star Trek II The Wrath of Khan, Star Trek IV The Voyage Home, Star Trek VI The Undiscovered Country, a personal favorite of mine, Star Trek First Contact, Star Trek from 2009, and Star Trek Beyond. And the winner is Star Trek First Contact.
Amazing.
Which was a lot to work on.
I'll be honest, Adam, when you said a personal favorite of mine, that made me feel good. It's a personal favorite of mine too. Number one in our hearts. And this is a really important.
I'm working on that film. It was just a great experience for everybody.
Would you want to see it back on the big screen?
Oh, absolutely. In a heartbeat. Yeah.
You heard him, Paramount, CBS. Fans have spoken. Adam Howard has spoken. He worked on the movie. Come on.
Yeah.
It's
Chop,
time. Well, not chop. We're not making demands.
It's only a small demand, but hey, they listen.
All right. Adam, thank you very much for hanging out with us.
My pleasure. Thanks so much, folks.
Thank
really
you.
appreciate you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Wow.
That Jenny, are you the one that said chop chop?
Yeah.
You're like, come on.
It's a no-brainer.
Big screen ready.
Right?
Next weekend. Weekend. I got no
We
plans.
can make a killing.
Whoa. I think it's time for a recap. What do you guys think?
Ooh.
Because there were two
Yes.
categories that have been previously announced before this show. one of which was announced during our opening ceremonies back on Thursday. That was kind of a fun surprise. And the other one was just right before this show at our pregame show, because they pregame at that one, the Sci-Fi Sisters, Lambda Quadrant, and Laurie Ulster of Trek Movie. That is a dream team, some of our favorite people in the whole world. They announced a second one. But I think Katie has, she put that stuff there. So I think Melissa and Jenny, what do you guys think? Do you want to give them a recap?
Okay.
What they missed. Oh, wait.
Yes. Yes.
Hang on
What they
one
missed.
second. I'm sure it's coming.
Oh, and right before this show, the 2024 LLAPY Hype Show with the Lambda Quadrant, the Sci-Fi Sisters, and Laurie Ulster. I think Ryan just said this, but announced the biggest wow moment in Star Trek 2023. And the finalists were Ro Laren returns to Star Trek Picard Season 3, Episode 5. Enterprise, 1701D reveal Picard. It's Season 3, Episode 9.
The introduction of Montgomery Scott. Strange New Worlds, Season 2, Episode 10. To do another one?
Yeah.
The Lower Decks Season 4 Big Bad is revealed to be Nick Locarno. Lower Decks Season 4 Episode 9.
Worf slays Sneed and is revealed as Raffi's handler. Picard Season 3 Episode 2.
The Enterprise 1701D bridge with the TNG crew and Machel's computer voice. Picard Season 3 Episode 9.
Spock and Nurse Chapel kiss. Strange New World Season 2 Episode... It doesn't say. And the winner is... Go for it.
Enterprise 1701D bridge with the TNG crew and Machel's computer voice from Picard Season 3 Episode 9.
That's a third win for that crew. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just jump into the other one that everybody missed. Or hopefully didn't miss, I should say.
Right. During the virtual TrekCon 5 opening ceremonies, we announced the winner in the category of Best Makeup Episode in Deep Space Nine.
Ooh. And the finalists were You Are Cordially Invited, Season 6, Episode 7, Deep Space... Oh yeah, it's Deep Space Nine.
The Magnificent Ferengi, Season 6, Episode 10.
The Visitor, Season 4, Episode 2.
Captive Pursuit, Season 1, Episode 5.
Second Skin, Season 3, Episode 5.
Rules of Acquisition, Season
I'm
2,
here.
Episode 7.
Broken Link, Season 4, Episode 26.
I still didn't get it.
And the winner is... Is Broken Link, Season 4, Episode 26.
Okay.
Now, if that wasn't fun enough, everybody, Melissa Longo has, we're all caught up. Melissa Longo has the next category, don't you?
I do. In the category of funniest moment of Star Trek in 2023, the finalists are, and I will make it a threesome, Worf, Picard, Season 3, Episode 10, The Last Generation. Boimler's in real life butt wiggle walk, Strange New Worlds, Season 2, Episode 7, Those Old Scientists.
Gotcha, Derek.
Is this a rescue mission or a continuation of the torture? Riker, as Worf tells Deanna how much he thought of her while rescuing them. Picard, Season 3, Episode 8, Surrender. Klingon K-pop. Strange New Worlds, Season 2, Episode 9, Subspace Rhapsody. Boimler maneuvers into a saddle while saying, Riker. Strange New Worlds, Season 2, Episode 7, Those Old Scientists. Beheadings are on Wednesdays. Worf, Picard, Season 3, Episode 3, 17 seconds. Ferengi Genesis device has a paywall. Lower Decks. Lower Decks, Episode 4, Episode 10, Season 4, Old Friends, New Planets. Worf napping on the bridge. Picard, Season 3, Episode 10, Last Generation. Rutherford and Boimler discover twinning. Lower Decks, Season 4, Episode 4, Something Borrowed, Something Green. And the winner is... And I will make it a threesome. Worf, Picard, Season 3, Episode 10, The Last Generation.
Yay. All right.
Wow. Now, the good news for everybody here, as we all catch our breath, is that there are more categories to be had, and there are more surprises to be had. In fact, there are more people we see filing in to backstage right now. We see all of you. Thank you for hanging out with us. We really appreciate your time. But right now, Sirach is going to announce a very, very big category. It is Best New Episode in Star Trek 2023. I don't know if I'm ready. Are you ready, Sirach?
I'm ready. Let's do
good.
this.
Easy.
Yeah, I'm very ready. In the category of Best New Episode of Star Trek in 2023, the finalists are Strange New Worlds, Season 2, Episode 2, Ad Astra per Aspera. Strange New World, Season 2, Episode 3, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. Lower Decks, Season 4, Episode 7, A Few Badgies More. Picard, Season 3, Episode 2, Disengage. Strange New World, Season 2, Episode 7, Those Old Scientists. Lower Decks, Season 4, Episode 4, Something Borrowed, Something Green. Picard, Season 3, Episode 10, The Last Generation. Strange New World, Season 2, Episode 6, Lost in Translation. And the winner is Picard, Season 3, Episode 10, The Last Generation.
Wow.
Ooh. Cleaning up house today.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
All right.
I can't argue with the good TV.
Amazing TV. So, speaking of which, we've got so much going on right now, so much more for everybody. Check this out. Here's what's next. First of all, amazing episode, huge win. Everybody in the live chat that's watching online, let us know, did you vote for that one? Bet a lot of you did. And did you guess that one correctly? And while you're doing that, we are going to move into the next category, and I'm super excited about this one. It's a new one. It is Strange New Worlds related. You know what? I'll have someone else tell you. Someone way more eloquent than I am. It's our good buddy from Star Trek Discovery. Once again, Dr. Pollard, Raven Dowda.
I'm happy and smiling, thinking of things that just make me smile. What makes you smile? Let me know. Seriously. And you know what makes me smile? This next category, because it's the category of which moments in Star Trek Strange New Worlds gave you the biggest smile. Yeah, it's a great one. Okay, the finalists are. Oh, I love this one already. I need some tissue. I don't know if I'm going to make it through this list. Tito, hand me a tissue. Tito. Tito's not here. Okay, I'm going to have to make do. The finalists are Pike, cooking for and serving to Pring's parents in charades. Okay, next one, Star Trek Lower Decks style cartoon version of the Strange New Worlds cast at the end of the crossover episode in Those Old Scientists. Okay, next one. Spock telling his mother that he is proud to be half human and that she is a wonderful mother. Come on, man. Oh, and that was in Those Old Scientists. It's a good one, right? It's a good list. Okay. Next, Klingon Pop in episode 9, Subspace Rhapsody. Oh, and the next is La'an and alternate timeline James T. Kirk's Kiss. Ooh, that's a good one. Woo. And that was in Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. Next, Commander Ransom regarding Boimler's Una ad astra per aspera poster. Okay. The hottest #1 ever. And fun little side note, the actors playing Ransom and Una are married in real life. Yeah. And that was in episode 7, Those Old Scientists. The introduction of Montgomery Scott in episode 10, Hegemony. Yeah. And last but not least, the first prime timeline meeting of James T. Kirk and Spock. That was in Lost in Translation. I don't know if you can see it. I got goosebumps because that's a sweet list. And there's so much about Star Trek that makes me smile. And I know there's a lot about it that makes y'all smile. And what's going to make us smile even more is finding out who the winner is, right? Okay. The winner is Star Trek Lower Deck style cartoon version of the Strange New Worlds cast at the end of the crossover episode, Those Old Scientists.
Whoa.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Love that.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Great stuff. Big smile. Love that. However, we got an even bigger smile coming right now because there's a fella who is an animation consultant on that episode. He's also a supervising director on Lower Decks. Is it possible? Do we actually have, man, this guy's a pro. He just unmuted himself. We actually have Barry J. Kelly. What's up?
Whoa.
How you doing?
Hi. Hi. Thanks for
It's so
having
good
me.
to see you again.
Yeah, it's good to see you guys again. It's a good show.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, big thanks to Henry Myers and Akiva Goldsman for being such great collaborators on running that show, Strange New Worlds, because they were just like, with their directive was just like, make Lower Decks, just do Lower Decks. Like it was a pretty great collaboration from them and Brad Winters and Mike McMahon, and Mike McMahon's kind of our North Star on that whole episode, and like getting to be a part of like a currently existing Star Trek show was pretty incredible. Like we're usually doing legacy characters in Lower Decks, and it was really fun to get to do that last scene with all the voices of the current cast and everything. Like our Tim Mouse, we were in the thick of Star Trek season 3 and 4 Lower Decks, and it's kind of a blur right now. Like when I think about that time, because I don't remember exactly what was going on, but like we were so slammed that we had to kind of make like a super crew to kind of make that that little segment. I say like little, it's like 8 or 9 minutes, like a whole act of their show. And our producers like Lauren Siller, Riley Riggin, Bill Babick, Megan Trevino, our producer, was all a part of. We were all a part of. We were meeting with Henry and Akiva and Mike, to get that that segment just as best as we could, and as up to their standards, and make it like as much Lower Decks as possible. I had to like deputize our animation director to kind of cover what I would do on Lower Decks. She kind of did it. Belle O, she's amazing. She's like can animate the characters much better than I can, and she kind of spearheaded that whole crew. Our character designer Zan Suzuki, kind of like she's been on Lower Decks since season 1, and she knew exactly what to do with those characters at the end. It's like we're trying to make like simpler, iconic versions of them without making their likenesses too realistic and stuff. Our background artists Heather Arm and Larry Yang did amazing work, like kind of recreating some of the locations in Strange New Worlds, and we kind of got like some notes that were like, we think it looks kind of too good. We don't want people confused for the live action show. We're like, oh, okay, that's kind of a weird compliment. And Jonathan Lee, the production designer, shared some amazing assets with us, and our art director Nolan Obena kind of had to like do double duty with both shows. But like it was a really incredible like experience, because it kind of like I think like Lower Decks or cartoons maybe are kind of dismissed sometimes by adults, and it kind of like gave us some integrity in the live action world, of like Stranger Worlds fans maybe kind of, maybe checking out Lower Decks, and Lower Decks fans maybe wanting to check out Stranger Worlds. And it was pretty awesome. It was pretty awesome. I'm very proud of the work like Belle and everybody did on the show.
That shirt is pretty awesome, by the way.
Oh, yeah, that's going to win its own award at this year's LLAPY.
Yes.
Yes.
We should have like a secondary award that's like best shirt or outfit worn at the LLAPY Awards.
Yeah, you got it right now.
Is our I had this on eBay, like watching it for like ever, and then it got sniped out from under me, and it turned out to be our producer Megan, who bought it for me for Christmas, and I didn't know she got it for me. But also, this shirt is like from 1992, and like my 8th grade science teacher, Mr. Diebler, like wore it all the time, and I was like, that is so nerdy. I think I really like this guy. He doesn't care. This guy doesn't care about anything. He like made us watch Star Trek First Contact, like the trailer back then, like the whole class, like we're watching this in class, and it was like 200 pixels by 180. It took overnight to download. Like he was a huge nerd, but like I was like I could, yeah. He made being a nerd feel cool to me. Like when I was like in 8th grade, it was, so I'm wearing this for him. I guess I don't even know if he remembers me.
Well, Barry, wearing that shirt means you're going to be very, very impressed when you see the next presenter that we bring up in just a second. But before we do that, just got to ask you, was there ever a moment when you guys were making this scene with the Strange New Worlds characters in Lower Deck style where you're thinking, is this gonna work? Are the fans gonna like, or were you guys like, we know nerds, they're gonna love it?
I think it's just, credit to Strange New Worlds crew, like Henry and Akiva, because like they were like the first scenes animated. Like I in my head I'm just always thinking like, if you're going to watch Strange New Worlds and like it starts off a cartoon, like do you think you picked the wrong thing to watch or something? So it's always like a gamble, I think, just to start off right off the bat, doing that, and it's like it starts animated right away and like you're in it. So I always thought that's the only moment. Like if everyone buys into that first 30 seconds, we got them. They're gonna love it after that. But it's always like, wait, did I pick the wrong thing? Did I pick the wrong selection, or is it playing a trailer or an ad? So that's the only thing I was kind of worried about. Like, I hope people don't turn it off. And like, the main title sequence, it's like, again, like if you watch the main titles, it's like, do you think this is the right show you're watching, or did you watch the like bad caricature version or something? But yeah, it was that's the only moment where I was like, you just gotta hook them, and we got them.
I have one question before you leave too. Is that Patrick Stewart bust wearing headphones?
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
I was afraid to ask.
What?
Yeah. Those are my headphones.
Yeah.
Isn't it a good likeness? It's a good likeness.
Yeah.
It's good.
Pretty good.
So sometimes, like when I walk away, sometimes it like that goes into focus instead of me.
That's a secondary award for you for best background object.
Yeah,
this is too many.
Right up.
We really appreciate you hanging out with us.
Yeah.
You do amazing work. We can't wait to see what you guys have in store for us next. We'll see you soon, right?
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you having me on.
Thank you. See you soon.
Congratulations.
Later.
All right, Scott Baker, what's next?
What? Oh, I don't know. Is it something short?
Oh no, no, go ahead. It is our good friend and everybody's soon to be good friend. Uh-oh, where'd he go? There he is.
We're laughing too much.
It is the original series Chekhov, Mr.
Yay.
Walter Koenig. Can you believe it? Walter, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. You guys seem to be having a good time, and
Are you?
I'm here. I'm here to take part.
Well, we're very happy that you are. I hope you're having fun too, right?
No, but I'm going to pretend that I am.
Very good.
What
Very
a deal.
good.
Well, in that case,
Roll
please,
cameras.
Yeah, take it away. Would you please read this?
In the category of funniest moment in Star Trek, the original series, the finalists are... Chekhov says, I was making a little joke, sir. Spock replies, check the eyebrow, extremely little ensign. In the trouble of tribbles, with troubles. 2. The Fizbin scene in A Piece of the Action. 3. Spock says, my congratulations, Captain. A dazzling display of logic. Kirk says, you didn't think I had it in me, did you, Spock? Spock replies, no, sir. In the Changeling. Tribbles fall on Kirk. Ha, ha, ha. If only they were made of brick. No. In the trouble of tribbles. The Klingon says, the Enterprise should be hauled away as garbage. And then Scotty and I proceed to whip some Klingon ass in the trouble with tribbles. Kirk and Spock try to drive a car in Piece of the Action. And finally, it's green. Scotty says, Connie gets, oh, Jesus. Hello. I'm going to try that again.
Take 2.
It's green. Scotty gets the Kelvin drunk in By Any Other Name. So long, guys.
How dare you?
The winner.
And the winner is Scotty and I whip some Klingon ass. Hooray!
Well, lucky for us.
Amazing.
I gotta compose myself. Lucky for us, we happen to have Scotty's son here to receive this. If you can believe that, Mr. Christopher frickin' Doohan. It's him in the flesh. Chris, what's up? How are you?
What an introduction. That was pretty nice. How are you guys? I
Amazing.
I know every one of you guys. And Walter, I love your Kirk impression. That was amazing. Good to see you guys. No, but you know what? My dad would be very excited to be recognized for humor because he always pretty much almost every episode where it was funny was his favorite episode. And in the movies like The Voyage Home, you absolutely love that. But Trouble with Tribbles, which happens to be my favorite episode, I'm sure my dad would be raising a glass of scotch and drinking it. Well, he'd be drinking it long before he was recognized. But anyway, Walter knows that. Walter knows a lot about my dad.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a great line. It's a great line.
Yeah, it is. But also, I'm going to have to cheat sheet here. But it's also at the very end when Kirk's like, "Where are all the tribbles?" And he says, "I gave them a very good home, sir." And he goes, "Where'd you get?" "I gave them to the Klingons." So I transferred the whole kit and caboodle into that engine room. It's like I get, and he goes, "Well, there'll be no trouble at all." Right? I love that. I love that. My accent's really terrible right now, but that's okay.
Actually, you kind of nailed the accent in
kind of
Star Trek Continues, which you're showing behind you. I see.
Yeah, actually, that's by the artist Kavita Maharaj, and there's one of my dad there, and then she made one of me in Star Trek Continues.
Wow!
And so I hate to use this, but it's now my dad and I get to hang out together again.
No,
even though it's on a wall. Yeah,
well,
and
Chris,
I got other Star Trek things here. I'm allowed one room in the house for my Star Trek stuff. So this is
wall to wall. Chris,
Yeah.
this is really cool having you, and we really appreciate you jumping on, telling us stories. And it's so good seeing you again. I haven't seen you in so long. Hope we can
I
catch
haven't
up.
seen you too. I think I've seen you around, Ryan. But remember you on the set of Star Trek Continues.
It's a while ago.
That was a while ago. That was a lot of
10
fun.
years ago.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, it's just great to see all you guys.
Mm-hmm.
It really
Me
is
too.
And
Well,
thank
you very
My
much,
dad would be
Chris.
Very happy.
Yeah.
Love
That
it.
was special.
Appreciate you.
Thanks, guys.
We'll see you soon, okay?
Okay.
And feel free to
Wow.
stick around and watch the end of the show. We got more surprises for you. Check this out. Walter, stick around.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I know that sound. It's bad news.
It is bad news. We've got a legitimate troublemaker that we're bringing up right now. She makes way too many jokes. She dominates. When she goes on stage, there's not one conversation that continues. Everybody stops and listens and watches. She's amazing. She's brilliant. She's got the best voice in the world. It is Bonnie Gordon of Star Trek Prodigy.
Yay. Can I have that intro every time? Walking into the grocery store, picking up some milk and, random items. And then, the whole room stops with Ryan Husk's voice coming over the intercom. Hi, everybody.
Hey, it's good to see you, Bonnie. Thanks for hanging
So
out.
good to be here. Thank you for having me.
Not to mention great cleavage. We've got to.
Thanks.
We'll edit that out. Don't. Oh, and this is live.
That's okay. I grew them myself. I'm pretty proud of them too, Walter.
I'm stealing that one.
See, on my
it's
screen I can't
live.
see it because it has my name over it. So I didn't realize the camera went down that far, Walter. You're welcome. You're welcome, darling.
Choice reaction.
I should get an award for the dirtiest old man Star Trek still alive.
That'll be in the next year's.
Next year's category.
All right. So anyway, we have some business to attend to, everybody.
That's
I
right.
keep catching. Derek has the best reactions, but I always catch them too late.
Sorry.
All right. Bonnie, would you please read this next category?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I have the honor and privilege to announce the category of which very short Treks episode best celebrated animated Star Trek. And the finalists are Episode 1, Skin a Cat, Episode 2, The Holiday Party, Episode 3, Worse Contact, Episode 4, Holograms All the Way Down, and Episode 5, Walk. Why can't I say the word walk? Walk, don't run. And the winner is, announced as the ship computer, Episode 4, Holograms All the Way Down.
I know why you
All
were
the way
saying
down.
walk instead of walk. That is because we happen
There's
to
an
have
L in it?
the writer of that episode, who's also writer-producer of Star Trek Prodigy. We love this guy to frickin' pieces. It's Aaron J. Waltke.
Walkie, that's right. See, my brain
There it
automatically
is.
wanted to.
There it is.
Aaron, what's up?
Yay!
Hello, everybody. Thank you for this amazing honor. Yeah, I mean, I think Very Short Treks was a very interesting experiment, but I can say with confidence that Casper Kelly and everybody on the crew really are genuinely lovely people and Star Trek fans to their core. So I really appreciate the fans honoring me with this. What I do want to say is, I think Star Trek works best in infinite diversity and infinite combinations. So when I was asked to be part of this project, I thought it was a really interesting experiment to try, and I appreciate that people liked my episode as much as they did. I think that whether it's the animated series, taking that bold swing of trying to continue a fourth season of the original series in an animated format, all the way to bold swings like Deep Space Nine or the other animated shows like Lower Decks or Prodigy, or of course very short treks. I think that we should always strive to go boldly and try to reinvent Star Trek, because I think it works best when it's weird and multitudes. So in lieu of a trophy, you didn't send me one, so I'll just use
it's on the way.
Star Trek 5 that was used as my acceptance speech. Mine's to its conclusion. Thank you so much for this award, and live long and prosper, and peace and long life.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, before you go, Aaron, by the way, and everybody at home, Bonnie, you voiced that episode, right? You did some work
I
on that
did.
episode.
I was in, I think, 3 of the short treks. I can't remember. I did quite a few voices on certain ones. I definitely was on Holiday Party, but Holograms All the Way Down I was on, and was so excited to get into the booth to record it, especially when I saw Aaron Walke's name on it, because I knew it was going to be a hoot. And I remember we all were recording these right around when the strike was happening. So that was like a weird, because animation wasn't technically covered with the strike, people could still record, but there was this weird urgency to get everyone in quickly in case the strike affected people. So I got to record my lines on the same day as Patrick Stewart. So that was exciting. Yeah, he was in that day recording for another
Barry J.
episode.
Kelly has his bust behind him.
I saw that. I also have my bust. So now we can have a bust off. Walter can be the judge.
A category now.
It's a category. We found the name.
There we go.
Walter, you saw that. Okay. So Bonnie, stick around though. We're going to talk with you just a little bit more in just a moment here. Everybody at home, we also have a little bit of business to tend to here with Mr. Aaron J. Waltke, because as you know, we also have 3 honors every year. And you may know where we are going with this, one of which is the Aaron Eisenberg Community Award. And Aaron, we want you to stick around for a moment so we could say a bunch of nice things about you, because we are bestowing this upon you, the Aaron Eisenberg Community Award. Melissa Longo, would you like to tell them why?
Well, yes. Aaron was so great at interacting with fans in the Star Trek community across, all genres. He cared about interacting with people and hearing their stories. And you really embody that, and online and in person, and you're really active in the Star Trek universe, and it's wonderful to see that passion that you have to bring out the Star Trek ideals into the world. So yeah, I can't think of somebody better to receive this special award. Special to me anyway. Yeah.
Wow. Sorry, I'm a little I'm surprised and very moved, a little choked up. Thank you. It really means a lot. Star Trek has been in my life pretty much for as long as I was a sentient human being, and what I think I love most about it is the community. Because not only does it bring a lot of like-minded people through the fandom together, it also encourages people to come together and strive to be their best selves. And, I think Aaron also from what I understand, was very much that same way. And so, to receive this honor as well really means a lot to me, because I always feel like Star Trek is the best at helping people bring out the best in each other. So thank you. I don't know what to say, but I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I want to just second that, Aaron, also as well, because you're always out there in the community, being present online, being present in physically when you can be there, and it just shows how much passion you have for the show and for the fans and the experience. You're always there to answer questions for people and make yourself available. So that's part of what the spirit of Aaron Eisenberg is and was, is that he was always there to be present and share those special moments with you. And I think you do the same thing, Aaron. We really appreciate that about you. Plus, you have the same name. I mean,
it's easy.
It was an easy thing. It's a no-brainer.
I know I can't be seen right now, but I'm going to jump in and say Aaron is just as amazing behind the scenes as he is in front of everyone, as someone who gets to work with him on both sides. So, Aaron, this is so well deserved.
Love that.
That was Bonnie, by the way.
Oh no, we see you
Voice
now.
from the distance. Yeah. Oh, you see me now.
Yeah.
I just want to. You're welcome, Walter. I just want to add that the thing with Mr. Eisenberg, the thing with Mr. Aaron Eisenberg was that he definitely stood out as the guy above all that blurred the lines between fan and celebrity. It was just all people. He wanted to meet everybody. He wanted to interact with everybody. He wanted to be friends with everybody. It wasn't like, I'm going to stand behind my table at a convention and, just collect money and not get personal or make friends. And he did that so well. There was no line between Aaron and the fans. And Aaron, Mr. Waltke, you do that in your own way as well, whether it's on Twitter, for example. You're interacting with the fans. You're talking. We see you in the live chat constantly in on YouTube videos. You're there. You're talking with the people. You're making friends. You're rubbing elbows with all of us nerds, and it's so much fun. You're going to conventions. You're having your fun, and you're one of us. And that really embodies, in my mind, what Aaron was doing, which was there's just no dividing line between the people working on Star Trek and the people supporting Star Trek. So we could not think of a better person to get this than you.
Absolutely. You walk the IDIC walk. You don't just, talk. You walk the walk.
You walkie the walkie and you talkie the talkie.
Couldn't have said it better, Bonnie.
As a Midwesterner, it's very hard for me to take a lot of compliments, and all of you jumping on me like that, I'm a little stunned, at a loss for words for once. Thank you so much. In this moment, what springs to mind just when you're talking about Aaron and everything, it's just Drew Carey, I think, had this amazing thing that he once said, which is like a fan is just a friend you haven't met yet. And I really feel like, the Star Trek community and just everybody that I've met through it are truly the most wonderful people in the world. And it is truly a privilege to be a part of this incredible community that's been around since 1966 or 7. It's a wonderful chance to meet all of you through it and continue that legacy. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any final words you'd like to give Sirach before we go? Because we're just about out of time, everybody, if you can believe that.
Wow. I had a lot of fun. I think this was a lot of fun. I was watching just like everybody else because I didn't even know half of the stuff that was going to happen. So
me neither.
Kind of having that
just kind of went with it.
Play out was great. And just to kind of echo what Aaron was talking about as far as this community being special. This is a family. This is a great community, sharing the same ideals, sharing the same kind of common ground that you can laugh about and talk about and grow from. This is a great family. I'm grateful for all of the people that paved the way for us to be here, the Walters of the world, who really, built something that we can all hang our hats on and have fun with. I'm glad that Gene Roddenberry had this vision. He executed it, and that the people that had the faith and belief in him brought us to this point. So, I mean, this thing is about the fans, more so than any other thing that I can think of. This is about us, kind of on the one big planet of a starship that we're all floating around on, and yeah, I couldn't be more honored to have just a group of friends like all of you.
All right. Well,
how the hell do we follow that, Sarah? Seriously.
Impossible. But I know one way we could follow that, and that is to close this out with a very special video made by the Matt Boardman to celebrate all of today's winners and honors. If you can believe that.
Thank you,
I can't, but I'm going to try. Here it comes.
What a banger!
That was
Awesome.
beautiful, Matt.
Yes.
Killed it.
That's amazing. So much fun.
Yeah.
So much
All
fun.
right.
Wow.
Well, that's it for us, everybody. Can you see everybody? I think we can, right? Thank you all so much for hanging out with us on the 2024 LLAPY Awards. It's been so much fun. I think we got everything covered. For Bonnie, myself, Joy, Melissa, Sirach, Scott, Katie, Matt, Anne-Marie, Derek, Walter, Jenny, and Aaron Walker. Thank you all for hanging out with us. By the way, Bonnie Gordon and I will be hosting the Star Trek San Francisco STSF Trek Tour, Trek to San Francisco, March 8th through 10th. Go to Creation
But get there on March
Entertainment.
7th.
Yes, do it.
Party,
CreationENT.com. That's CreationENT.com. It's going to be so much fun. Stick around right now, right after this video. We have the Lappies post show. They're going to nitpick and argue and be like, I do that. They should have used better music. And like, that's what we got. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So stick around, everybody, for that. We will see you next time.